What up guys, it is X-Brownie here, and yes, I know, I've not posted in about 2 weeks, and I am very sorry about that. But yeah, a lot of things have been going on. The first thing I'll be talking about is the holiday one I went on, which was a skiing holiday. But just a thing about this gameplay, I did actually get this like after my mocks. I just literally went on that night and I needed some gameplay for some commentary, so I got this. It's decent length, quite nice gameplay, a specialist kill streak a few times. So yeah, anyway, let's get into the little story. So basically, most of you probably had a half-term holiday, if you're in England that is, and basically it's just a week like between like terms where you just like chill and like whatever, but for me it's usually just more work and stuff like that. But actually this time I went skiing in Andorra. Now Andorra is between France and Spain, and I'm not sure what mountain range it is. I know it's not the Alps, but I'm not sure what mountain range it is. But anyway, I went skiing with my family and my cousins, and I ended up getting into a bit of trouble, should I say so. Basically this was the first time I'd skied, and most of you probably know the sort of younger you start skiing, the faster you pick it up, because your legs are more bendy and you can, you know, it's just generally like stuff like anything really, sports you pick up better when you're younger, and stuff like that. So basically I was picking up quite quick, and I was going on like blue slopes on the second day, and I was going on red on the third, and on about the fifth day where we went, there was this massive red which I'd just been down, and my brother was saying, yeah, it's a pretty like chilled red really, that's just straight down, but it's quite steep. But there was a blue right next to it, and this blue basically, a lot of the blues are sort of these, it goes green, blue, red, black, and then you can get like diamond black and all that, but that's the difficulty of it. Now green is pretty like wide and not steep, blue a bit steep, and whatever, it sort of goes up and goes up. But most blues actually have a lot of sides where you can go up and jump off and stuff like that. And on this blue one especially, there was two big things that you could go for, and that's a 5-man pred which came out of nowhere. If you looked on it, it was like one guy. But yeah, there was quite a few little things you can go off-piste or off the slope, and then come back on, and there's usually a little lip you can jump back on. So basically this was the first time, I know it was the second time I've been down. The first time I've been down this blue, I'd sort of gone down it just because when you first go down a slope, you just want to get down it and see what it's like, and just, you know, if you like it and stuff like that, if it's interesting. So this was the second time, and I'd seen some guy go up this side which was about 2 meters up on a slope, and then jump back down like immediately to the right with like a 2-meter drop. So I tried that. I did it and just fell over, but I did actually get up there and go down, and then just fell over. So I just got back up, and then I was in that sort of mood where I was like, right, I'm gonna go for something else now. So basically this slope had been quite carved up, so a lot of the turning places had made little mounds of snow. So basically I went for this other jump, I then came back on the slope, and because if you head down the slope you gain quite a bit of speed, and this blue was quite steep for a normal blue, so I started going down, and then they had this sort of miniature slope in the middle, which probably shouldn't have been there, but it was there, and I went up it thinking I can control it. Like I think I'd done it the last time, but not as much speed. And I went up it, and then I landed on one foot. Now, landing on one foot is usually alright if you can get the other foot down there quick enough. But unfortunately, I was going quite fast, so I landed on one foot, and I slid onto my back, and all I saw was 3 people stood in my way, and I just went down, skidded, and then I heard a thud, 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 and I got up, and then there was 3 people on the ground. So basically, I'd just taken out 3 kids, well, 2 kids and their mother. So I got up and I was like, oh god, I'm so sorry, like, you alright? So there was a little about 8-year-old kid, and she was alright. Me and my brother helped to get up, and she was fine. And the mum was like, I think I just like knocked her onto her, like knocked her off her feet or something like that. So she was just sat down like, oh, it's alright, sorry. But then I think there was about a 16-year-old kid who I must have absolutely twatted, because she was literally about 2 meters down the slope and she was crying. So basically, I'd sort of like, not, I don't know, I'm not going to say ruin a holiday, because I did see them later on and she was like limping, so I'm not going to say anything else there, but unfortunately the dad arrived and he was not happy. Yes, so I said I'm very sorry and all that stuff, and I just sort of went down the bottom of the slope. So that was a bit awkward, and I didn't really regret it though, because I mean it was just an accident. But yeah, anyway, hope you've enjoyed this little story. Hopefully have a few more commentaries up in the next few weeks. Not got a lot of time to go on, but as I say, I'm going to try and get stuff out to you. Got a FIFA series coming up. Episode 1 should be out within this week. It's gonna be like a monthly or 2-weekly thing where I go through a team that I've picked. But anyway, guys, it's been X Bounty, and I'll see you next time.